Everyone, welcome back. Today we do have a AVAX versus Solana comparison. What are the differences between AVAX and Solana? Which one is better? Which one is going further? So today we'll go for a full comparison, a full breakdown. So this video is actually going to be quite fun. Before we continue, allow me to declare this video is not financial advice, and remember to hit that subscribe button to show your support for the channel. Now let's get this video started. Avalanche versus Solana. Now, to many out there who have a question of this battle between AVAX and Solana for the second largest EVM compatible blockchain after Ethereum, both Avalanche and Solana skyrocketed in popularity throughout 2021 and 2022 with hundreds of thousands of users and not to mention thousands of dApps pouring into their ecosystem. Now, Avalanche and Solana are popular because they are both offering a high degree of security, scalability, but there's also some key differences between these cryptocurrency. At the end of the day, they seem to be accomplishing the exact same thing or roughly the same for slightly different reasons. But at the end of the day, both platforms are dApp building platforms, smart contract platforms, where essentially developers can develop a particular technology like a dApp application and they can publish it on AVAX or on Solana depending on which code they use, which platform they were targeting, all of that stuff. You get the point. But nevertheless, they're smart contract platforms. Now let's go through a few stats between these different cryptocurrency. As far as the community, in terms of validators, AVAX has around 2,200 and on Solana it's only 20. Now you can decide, leave a comment and let me know, is this a good thing for Avalanche or is having less validators a good thing for Solana? Hey, leave a comment, let's have a discussion, let me know. Now in terms of block time, now AVAX is 0.8 seconds while Solana is 0.4 seconds. Solana is almost twice as fast. Now both blockchains are POSs, those are proof of stake blockchains, which essentially means that validators have to stake their cryptocurrency in order to help validate the ecosystem and get a reward. You get interest basically. That's the most basic form of it, as a reward. Now on a blockchain like Bitcoin, people specifically mining Bitcoin, those are seen as validators. They help to validate transactions through their computer. Well, their computer do the calculations and the mathematical work. The people only have to leave their computer on mining cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin. But you can see the differences. Both networks are getting validations and security and oversight, but they're doing it in different ways. Transaction fees are actually quite interesting. So on AVAX, transaction fee is 1 cent, average transaction fee. That's 0.01 cents. That's 1% of 10 cents, just to make it simplistic. Now on Solana, it's even much less. It's 0.0001 cents. That is a fraction of what it is on Avalanche. Now, considering other cryptocurrency platforms that are way more expensive, like for instance Ethereum, both Avalanche and Solana are miles ahead. Now, in terms of their DeFi ecosystem, AVAX seems to outrank Solana in the community perspective, and overall rating, the community tends to like AVAX more. So AVAX is a better layer 1 than Solana because they're both a more decentralized blockchain. The Avalanche consensus protocol has over 2,000 unique validators securing the network, whereas Solana has only under 20 validators. The hardware to run a node on Solana consensus algorithm is extremely costly and it requires hundreds of thousands of dollars in investment. Now this makes Solana an exclusionary ecosystem with deep centralized risk. And try to understand, there was a time when these cryptocurrencies were at their heights, and perhaps that was last year in November when the entire market was just booming. These cryptocurrency, Avalanche was at 20 billion in market cap, Solana was at 27 billion in market cap. Now what are their blockchains? Now Avalanche is using the C Chain, X Chain, and P Chain, while Solana makes it more simpler and they're just using the Solana chain. Now these are some more stats for you. Nakamoto coefficiency, Solana gets 19, Avalanche gets 26. Minimum stake requirements, that's important. On Avalanche, it's 2,000. You need 2,000 tokens, 2,000 Avalanche tokens in order to begin staking. While in Solana, you need 0. So you could have a fraction of 0 tokens and you could still begin staking. Now, how about their transactions per second? This is where the big difference is quite visible. On Avalanche, it's 4,500. That is really fast, by the way. Keep in mind, Ethereum is roughly around 12, 14 transactions per second, while Avalanche is over 4,500. That's huge. Now, on Solana, it gets a bit more crazy. They're rivaling at 50,000 transactions per second. Now, that's ridiculously amazing. Now, one final thing when it comes to stats, let's just go into programming language for a moment. Avalanche is built on Solidity, just like Ethereum. Solana is built on Rust, C, and C++. Make of that what you will. Hey, leave a comment, let me know what you think. So when it comes to transaction speed, it definitely looks like Solana is the clear winner by 1,000 miles, to say the least. Fastest throughput when compared to AVAX, Solana is a significantly faster network than Avalanche C Chain because it has less number of nodes required to validate transaction on the network. So that's an important part. Less validators and essentially the network moves faster. More validators and essentially the network is supposed to be more safer theoretically, am I right? Hey, if I'm wrong, leave a comment. Let me know for sure. So the highlights, the trade-offs made by Solana team gave preference to performance over decentralization. There you have it. So this is in line with the SOL protocol focused to build out a DeFi and GameFi ecosystem, which requires a much higher throughput. So I completely understand why Solana is going in this direction, because they're valuing performance, they're valuing their DeFi ecosystem, smart contract ecosystem, including GameFi ecosystem. That's what they are focusing on, and it's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. Another question is DeFi better on AVAX or Solana? Now, as for now, the total locked in DeFi on Avalanche is 10 billion, and on Solana it's 7.2 billion. This means that the liquidity for DeFi is better on Avalanche, creating a better environment for yields. Now, these liquidity dynamics would ultimately suggest that Avalanche is better layer 1 protocol for DeFi applications than Solana. But it's like I said previously, both ecosystems are quite vast. Both ecosystems are growing in separate ways, but very interesting ways to say the least. And let's not forget, there are forever expanding ecosystem. This is on Avalanche. So many dApp applications and services, over 266. Now on Solana, on the other hand, they also have a very vast ecosystem and environment. And I can guarantee you, while there doesn't seem to be a lot of ICOs right now in the world, initial coin offerings, because the market is doing bad, and no one wants to launch a new crypto coin right now because they won't get the attention that they would get if they launch it in a bull run. So they're waiting on the next bull run to launch all of these new tokens. This is a very strategic world with very strategic technology and people behind them. So without a doubt, both systems have their own value. Now Solana, ideally, I've always seen Solana as undervalued right now compared to where it used to be. It's at $33 right now. Ideally, it should be at least above $125 reasonably. In the near future, 1 to 2 years out, we're looking at Solana hitting another $250 going $300 in the next bull run. Seriously, I do believe that's possible. It's gone $250 before. Now for Avalanche, I have a similar sentiment. I do believe that Avalanche can be in the hundreds of dollars eventually. A year to 2 out, maybe 3 years, they can be above $100 per token. That's without a doubt, because it wasn't too long ago that Avalanche was trading above $134. This was last year in November, just like I stated before. Crypto market was doing great. Not for long, but it was doing wonderfully. So I definitely think that Avalanche can get back to this price in the near future, 1 to 2 years out. But 3 years out, can we see $200, $300? That's definitely possible too. If they continue to grow this ecosystem and expand, then of course it is. It will give their ecosystem more demand, more usefulness, more popularity. That's how it works. It's all about strategy. So listen, this is where we'll end this video. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. I like both of these cryptocurrencies. I really do. So subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and of course I'll see you in our next video. Thank you for watching until the end.